How's it going, guys? Welcome to my new series that I'm gonna be calling Drawing Someone Else's Work, aka fan art. So in this series, obviously about I'm drawing not my art, someone else's work, and yeah, not to replicate their style, but at the same time learn what I can learn from them and recreate what I can. And in this specific illustration that I'm doing, I am replicating the cover art of Arcane, new series on Netflix that made by Riot Game and Flinch by a French studio. And I can show you guys an image right here. And just look at the image, just like you can see how much detail and attention detail that these guys are working on. And it's just quite amazing. And the new show just came out, and I really been a big fan of it so far. I play League of Legends for in the past before, since season 5, I believe, but I've been taking a break recently, and then I just got back into it. Yeah, it just League of Legends or Riot Game has just been such an amazing company. They make not only just game, but also lore and the attention detail that they do for the character. It's just quite amazing. Anyway, back to the illustration. I want to lay out the sketch of the illustration they're doing, not to replicate it exactly one to one. At the same time, I do want to get the detail right. Not to replicate it one to one, but to draw in my own style and my own way of doing it. At the same time, learning what I can from the artists that I'm using to copy this from. Copy is not a good word, but replicate it. Yeah, you get the point. Right now, just putting out some of the foundation work, just to make my life a little bit easier. What I'm doing here is just putting down the silhouette of the city to make me visualizing the idea of how the city gonna be laying out. It's kind of hard at first, but I got the pacing of it right, and everything just come out pretty well. I think one of the most important thing that doing this project to me was, or one of the hardest thing actually, was the coloring, because I'm not using all the 3D models that they are using or Riot Gamers are using. I'm just doing this freestyling, just painting directly onto my canvas. So a lot of time it will just work that I'm guessing is gonna be there, but at the same time also figure out the layout and the right perspective that I'm gonna have for my painting, because in the end your painting is gonna look good if there's more to it. There's more that preparation that you're doing. So I was gonna do something along the line of Arcane and our main two main character here, but I just didn't know, or I didn't find a good reference image what I wanted to. I didn't want to copy this image at first actually, but it just looked through it. I'm just like, that's such an amazing work of art. I wonder I can do something similar to that. Because you guys know, my specialties are for landscape or environmental design, stuff like that, or a little more of the architect stuff for the city. And I just really enjoy doing these. And look at the city of Piltover from Arcane. I'm just like, my goodness, it's such an amazing world building that they do, and I just can't help myself at doing it. Let's talk a little bit more about Piltovers. Piltovers, if you not have watched the show yet, well, it is a city that all these are taking place. Um, the world is called Runeterra, but the city is called this city specifically is Piltover, the city of progress. Basically, the city um is like a steampunk. Everything you seeing is have class to them. It's really cool how they do this in the game, and also the lore of the game is that the upper city is uh more in term of people who are noblemen or inventor or people who actually have the name, living up there, and as a more just think of it as like a richer class in terms of society and anarchy and stuff like that. And then it's interesting because the city is built up, so there's things down like below the city is called the lane. The lane is where the slums are at, and yeah, so that's you can see how like the conflicts are made and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna spoil too much of the series because I do recommend you guys go watch the series yourself because it's such an amazing series. And I'm hoping that they are doing more stuff in the future, especially expand more of the Runeterra world and all of that. Not just Piltover, but maybe like Demacia or Noxie and stuff like that. Um, yeah, excuse me for my voice. It's kind of early in the morning. And it's a bit ratchy, I guess. But I'm just so excited for this piece of art I'm doing. Again, the hardest thing that I'm trying to replicate right here is the gradient of color. Because in the back, Piltover Castle or Academy, kind of have a bluish, or not bluish, I'm sorry, cyan slash green slash dark kind of vibe to it. And as it progresses forward, the city's more light up, just to signify that these part of the cities are more lively, in terms of what people are doing. And yeah, so by doing that, I don't know, just the green lighting are signifying for the people in the bag, and then the more yellow slash orange or more for the livelihood of the cities are built. I don't know if you guys understand that, but yeah. Um, Man, I at first I glanced through this illustrations I'm using to do this. I thought this is gonna be an easy project, it's nothing too hard because I recently just make my own city and stuff like that. And yes, that's true. It is a little more easy that I have a pacing since I did draw my own thing. But man, I did find a lot of like struggle drawing through this illustration specifically, just because there's so much the building are just so different for what I'm used to. Because Riot Game, everything about Riot Game, they just go all out of what they doing best, and they really bring out the steampunkness and maybe like an England style kind of house, and yeah, everything just looks so pristine and awesome. Piltovers is a steampunk, like I said earlier, kind of city, and man, again, I don't really know how to say or be in awe of how amazing this is, but everything just kind of blend in. You're just kind of lost in the world of like pullovers and just how everything is with air balloon gear or ventilation stuff like that. Just make it just everything just so cohesively fit together as a steampunk city, and just in a good way too. Just the people, the outfit they're wearing and the way they talk, and just everything, just amazing. Right here, I'm almost done with the left side, or sorry, the right side of the city, where at first I didn't even know there's a river there until I looked I looked thoroughly again, and it's just like, oh, that's an actual river there. And it was, yeah, so you can see like this part right divided up in just a little bit. And yeah, I don't know, do you guys play League of Legends? I know not everybody play that game, because consider how hard it is, and how people are mean and stuff like that in video games. Um, but if you do play, tell me, yes, what champion you guys main? I used to main a lot of Rumble, and a lot of support player like Morgana, Thresh, and all that fun stuff. Um, I don't play much anymore, just because of how toxic people are in the game. I just jump in and play like an ARAM or something like that, which is like a one laner kind of game. Just make it everything quicker, I just leave quicker. But yeah, besides that, I don't play much of League of Legends anymore. I just here because I love the world building that League of Legends offer, and I'm hoping continue forward that they can do more of these story building and amazing series and stuff like that. Yeah, such an amazing movie so far. Again, not gonna spoil for anyone. You guys should go watch it on Netflix or whatever you're using. But it's such an amazing job. Here you can see like I built like the river out, and just to have a reference of where everything is, just the layout and the perspective is kind of important. In the end, my goal is to make all the buildings kind of go toward perspective of the river, and it go out to the sea. And yeah, you're gonna see that in a little bit, but right now I'm just doing more of the front work, which is more difficult than I would expected, because all the buildings is just, because in the bag you can just like skip out on a few strokes of like paint, and just make it look semi okay, and it's still gonna look good for you. But up front, you want the detail to be right, because you are upfront to the detail. So you want to tell a story, you want to tell the audience that these houses look like this and that, and you don't want to mess that up. And yeah, I was a little bit impatient when I work in the front, so you can see me like work over the place, just just to escape, just to make an excuse that I don't want to draw in the front. But in the end, I still got it down, and yeah, it is looking a lot better, and I do learn a lot from these artists when I draw on these pictures. Yeah, it's just the way they do it. League of Legends have like their own style. It's like a 3D style, but at the same time they have like brushstroke of paints, and brushstroke in their art, and when the animation moves, the brushstroke kind of move too. And I still haven't learned more of the science on that or how it works, but man, whatever they're doing is just so stylized and just so unique by themselves. And I mean, they are a great game after all. They've been around for like almost more than a decade, and it's kind of crazy to think that a small company like that now become like one of the worldwide company. And follow your dreams. I'm following my dreams, of course, so I'm going towards it, don't worry. If you can see some of the buildings here have some like a similar shape to each other. You kind of have like a almost like a dorm shape or thing, but as like like a cardboard on top of a house where it's like just cover up, almost like a U, an upside down U, like the roof having. Of course, every not every roof are the same way, but they have very similar style, and yeah, and that building right now just is one of my 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 favorite building that I did. I don't know why, but it just looked really cool, and yeah. Um, how are you guys doing? It's been what, a few days since I make a video. I'm continuing to working on my comics, of course. This is just me taking little breaks from the chaos in the world with like my actual job in real life, and working on my comics and what I want to do later. But yeah, I've been super busy, in a good way. I do get a little bit tired here and there, but it's alright. I'm getting the hang of it, and recently I've been waking up early just to my little project and just find more time to do it. Because from before, it was just I go to work at late at night, and I come back late at night, and I get tired, and I just go back to sleep, and then the next day I wake up at like 11 or something like that, and again go back to work. It's kind of a bad routine that I did, but now that I have a more consistent routine, I think like I don't know, everything just I feel like I'm using my time more correct and productively, which is good. Thank you, God, I guess. But yeah, you guys, I recommend you guys also wake up early to do stuff. I don't know. I feel like early waking up really get your mind clear out, and it's a little bit tired at first. It's a bit frustrating at first to wake up kind of early, because when you got in your bed, it just kind of hold you hostage. I understand, but waking up early is I don't know. It's kind of cool. Not kind of cool, but it kind of feel good, and you get a lot more stuff done than you think. And yeah, get like a few things done, and then throughout the day, if you don't do anything throughout the day, you just feel like you accomplished something already. What else? Yeah, a little bit exercise too. Exercise is always good, I think. I haven't gone to the gym for a while, honestly, but I've been at home and doing some of my own exercise, like just a little jogging, running, and doing some push up and sit up and all that. Just keep myself like moving. I don't want to sit down a little bit, and working on a project like this. Actually, this is one of the reasons why I work on these projects. Well, first of all, I do want to draw something along the line of Arcane, but at the same time, these projects help me clear my mind a little bit. Maybe you got like a little fatigue for your actual project that you're doing, and you feel a little demotivated. And I feel like taking a break and just trying something else is it does help. Maybe just play a game, just take a little break. I usually have a rule myself where I work for like an hour straight or 2 hours straight. I kind of just take a little break, play a game or two. I find playing Minecraft really does help. You don't have to play exactly what I play, of course, but I find it really helpful, and I don't know, just clear out my mind for a little bit. Maybe I can find more inspiration. I specifically really like enjoy Minecraft is because I can do my own world building there as well. Minecraft is such like an amazing game, not just for kids but just for everybody, like engineer, architect, and all that. You can build so many things with it, and yeah, it just clear out your mind, just so peaceful. Well, except when you die, of course, but that's not fun. But you know what I mean. the game just suck you into another world, and you just helplessly doing nothing but enjoy the game. Back to the illustration. Here you can see like the cities kind of coming in together. Uh, it's kind of a shame that I'm doing this in a full spread of paper, which means I'm spreading out all the silhouette and shape and stuff like that. But later, I'm not. Some of the foreground is gonna cover up most of the city, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, I just didn't want to skip out on the city because I thought I just having so much fun drawing the city and all that, and just putting myself in the world of Arcane, the world Piltover, and yeah, I don't know. If you guys like something, just continue doing it. Don't be afraid to like skip out or something, because maybe you learn something, one or two things, while you're doing it, and yeah, it looking really really good already. I said so myself, and yeah, it just really bring out the steampunkiness. I don't know if that's the word of the painting, and yeah, I really enjoy it. Some of the difficult things I've in this painting is the lighting. The lightings are kind of weird because sometimes the light can reflect from like the light and stuff like that, and sometimes the sky and other buildings and bajillion things, and it's kind of overwhelming. But I just put a thumb up rule for me, or a rule of thumb for me, is that I just have the light on specifically one side, and maybe like another source of light maybe on top. In this case, it's gonna be the moon. The moon is not there yet, but later you will see it. Um, but yeah, just think about the interaction. Don't think about where the light is gonna be. Think about where the light is reacting to each other. Think about how other light from other buildings are reflecting to the building that you're drawing, and yeah. But another thing you can do to kind of sort out this confusion is you can just lay out all the foundations and stuff like that, and later you can add on the light or the shading or whatever you're doing, and that just make it your painting more consistent and more cohesive to look at. Right here, I do know what I want already and the look that I want to get, so I kind of work both along the line just to save a little bit more time. But if you are iffy about, well, where you're lighting and where your shape and perspective and stuff like that, don't be afraid to go slowly and, you know, work in your own pace. Because more importantly, you want to get things right and you want to make your painting look amazing. And working in your own pace is, necessary. I spent about 13 hours on this painting. Not on one sitting, but just throughout the day. I think I spent about a week to draw this painting specifically. Just because I didn't find enough time for myself to like draw it. But I did crank out a lot of hour. I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And just getting it done, and yeah, like a lot of time I just couldn't find enough time to do all these. I wish I can just finding new job and just do this in my career. Right game, I'm here if you want to hire me. I love Riot Game. It's such an amazing company, and yeah, the thing that they do. One of the things I really like about Riot Game is their music video. They've done a lot of amazing music video in the past, and one of the examples is like KDA or True Damage. Oh man, all those videos are just so amazing, and yeah, I'm so amazed at some of the things they would do, and everybody just seems so passionate about their work too. And then work as a team, that everything just bring out, and everybody just go 100% or 120% on their work and just dedicate their time to making something amazing. And I think that is just super awesome as an artist, because when you work as a team, when you work as actually just not just any artist, just anyone actually, when you have a team and you just working correctly and your teammate is doing the right thing too, and I don't know, everything just kind of work together, just like a cog, a cog. I mean, just kind of spin together as a unit. I am almost finished with the city, just a few more building, just fill in. But man, just look at the spread, just look at how amazing it come out. And yeah, everything you can see like the perspective of the building, or going to like the end of the river, where the river is gonna meet the ocean. And yeah, I just can't put it into word. This project has been amazing, and I'm glad I did it. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on this, but it's so worth it in the end. Here, actually, it's kind of funny story that I actually lose this file during the videos recording that I'm doing. It was really stupid because I stepped on one of my power cable, and just in the middle of like recording, and everything just got corrupted. Oh my goodness. But I managed to fix the corrupted file and still bring it back. Thankfully, it's still here, because it was like 3 hours of recording, and yeah, it was crazy. Right here for the foreground, sorry. I'm doing the silhouette for, again, the front of the painting, the foreground, and just laying out everything. The wooden planks, the trash, the fences, kind of lay there and just bring out the perspective of the city. You can see why I'm a little bit disappointed, because I spent a lot of times on like the city itself, and now I'm just, a lot of it is being covered up by the foreground. But in the end, it's not about how much you do and how much you want to show. It's about the work you're doing, and you are proud of you doing it. I can easily just take out the foreground and show the true perspective of the city. I can still do that, but if it works, then it works. Here it was kind of hard to do, because everything is kind of in a shadow, not technically a full black, but I am using all the color around it, just to say that these items are in the blackness, and not the main focus of the illustration, but just there to bring out the city and bring out the character more, by just leading your eyes to the Academy of Piltover, the City of Progress, and then to the character. Oh, here you can see I put in a moon. I do say though, the moon is a little bit too bright for my liking. I should have fixed it during the progress, but yeah, it still look good in the end. Here I'm just spreading out the lighting and that the reflection the moon can have, and yeah, some of the blimps and stuff like that you see in the movie eventually. And yeah, just lay out our two main character here, and it's such an amazing journey, I think, that I have for this painting specifically, because I learned a lot from these games and the movie or the series, and just learned so much. I'm I'm so thankful that I get to see this movie, and a chance to see this movie during this time. And, yeah, it's so amazing. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy, and see you guys next time.